Good afternoon from Bunker Hill Homestead. I worked with my hive this morning. I checked my second box. It is 100% full of comb, which it has been, but they have filled everything but 3 frames full of honey and have it capped off. So now over here I have my top box, which is what they will fill full of honey. Let me give you a quick peek in here. So what we have is our top box, which has wax in it. And I'm not going to scrape that off because that's just going to give them a running start. They will reuse this comb. So once I feed them and they eat all the rest of this food, I won't have to feed them until fall. So they'll start filling my top box, which is where I'm going to get my honey from. So now this is called the Queen Excluder. That goes on before I put my third box on. That's going to keep the queen out of there. She doesn't need to go in there. And this is the inner lid. So in here, what we're going to do is we're going to take this off and I'm going to feed my bees. And it is kind of sticky. So let's get this off here. Sorry, I'm doing this all one-handed today. So there is my box. Here's my feeder. And if I just give you a quick peek in there, I don't have gloves or my gear on, so I'm not going to do it too much. But you can see that there's tons of bees in there. And I'm just going to lightly set that back down and I'm going to scoot them back in. Okay, so my box goes back on. And then I'm going to dump my sugar water in there. So let me grab those over here. There's one. So how I make my sugar syrup for the summer is that I take 2 quarts of water to 1 5-pound bag of sugar. And that gives me a great syrup. So what I do is I boil it. Once it comes to a roaring boil, I boil that for 5 minutes. Let it cool 100% to room temperature. And then I can put it in my hive. In the winter, I use 2 quarts, and in the fall also, I use 2 quarts of water to 2 bags of 5-pound bags of sugar. So that would be the winter mix. So this is what it looks like when my feeder is full of sugar water. And I don't know if I'll be able to show you on the video, but you can see through those holes little tiny bees in there, and they're coming in to feed, and they're gonna finish filling this box right here that I'm pointing to. So, which is really good because they've filled that full of honey. So once they're done this, I'm gonna put my third box on over here, which is where I'll get my honey from, and then I no longer will have to feed them until fall. But they're pretty busy. They're going in and out constantly. It's getting warm, and I usually make sure I do this all first thing in the morning. But today I was so busy, and I had some people coming today to get a rabbit. Oop, dropped a brick. last thing I need to do is drop something and stir up my bees. So, but anyways, I had a lovely family come and pick up a rabbit for their daughter for their birthday. The little girl was absolutely delighted. So I'm just putting this cover, excuse my shaky arm, I'm just putting the cover back on because that keeps the mice out of the comb until I need it. So that was the quick feeding of the bees.